này thì Xabi Alonso tiếp tục để cho
ấn nhầm run rồi giao tin.
Very well kept in over on the far side. Possession back once more. We talked about it, the slow start for Real Madrid. It's what we've kind of become accustomed to over the group stage at least.
Yeah, we have, but I think you've seen over the game with the development run, confidence, those runs were better, especially down on that left-hand side. Frank Garcia went all the way. His new sort of changing setups allowed him to go really high and wide.
Today. Here's Vinicius Junior to Valverde. Vinicius Junior 35 yards out, fancy the pop. Certainly better. Calmly rolls in the back. Every Cayley, Di Gregorio for the Juventus goes for this first touch. He's got confidence back, as Vinny Junior. By Chouameni. Garcia, double the play once more, into the back of Valverde it goes, he wasn't giving that up easily. Juventus runs it back there and Roberto Costa can play it out for a throw in. Inside that throw in.
I don't want to go early on Valverde because you know how much I've
Real có lợi thế một chút so với Juventus khi mà thi đấu tại sân vận động Hard Rock. Đây là sân đấu đã tổ chức trận khai mạc giữa Inter Miami và Al Ahly, trận hòa không đều. Real hòa Milan với số 1 đều ở sân đấu này. Sân đấu này tổ chức FIFA Club World Cup rất hay hòa. Chào bạn H2S04. Masini đã bị loại bởi đội bóng của Ả Rập Xê Út, Milan. Cơ hội dành cho cao thủ bên phía Real Madrid, đường chuyền trong khe không được. Ở phút đầu tiên Real là đội chơi tấn công, còn Juventus đang đá phòng ngự phản công. Gọi kèo đi. Juventus đang triển khai một cái trận rất chậm. Ở vòng 48 của FIFA Club World Cup chưa có một trận đấu nào phải đá luân lưu cả, mặc dù đã có 3 trận phải đá tấn công. Alexander Argon. Hello chào tất cả anh em. Hello sóc say nhá, sóc tay vào bắn hỏa tiễn nào. Hello chào Hải Phát, chào tất cả mọi người. Đến Hussein. Vinicius Junior. Rất trống trải, Argon. Cho đến thời điểm này, Argon vẫn chưa có được một màn trình diễn.
Vinicius Junior. Lovely strength and a lovely pass with the outside of the left boot. Trent Alexander-Arnold, heavy touch as he tries to go past his man. Very solid stuff out the back from Cambiasso, that's good. Kolo Muani into Yildiz. He's got Kolo Muani making the run. He's ahead of Rudiger. Kolo Muani for Juve! Onto the roof of the net. How close can you get for Randall Kolo Muani? But the counter-attack and the play in the middle third was exceptional from Juventus. So close to 1-0.
Well, it's a brilliant flick, but he doesn't just stay, he just gets after it. And this sliding pass, the timing of the run is perfect. Just when he gets into this position, I think it's one of those where you just use that side foot to try and put it into the far corner. He knows Courtois will stay big, he tries to dink it over. Very unlucky as it just hits the top of the net. It's a scare, but real intensity, quality in the middle of the pitch. And as we said straight away, that Yildiz has set it alight.
He has. Kolo Muani scored 2 in the opening game against Al Ain in the 5-0 victory. Great stats, facts associated with his name earlier on in the season. Randall Kolo Muani, first Serie A player to score in his first 3 Serie A games since Baggio back in 1990. Not a bad name to be associated with. Here's Jude Bellingham. Housen into Valverde, across to Antonio Rudiger, who was certainly the slower of the 2 players chasing that ball. For Kolo Muani. Valverde puts his foot down and pulls out a strike a good few metres wide in the end. There's a chance, all of his own making by Federico Valverde. We saw Vinicius Junior have one from range a few minutes ago, and Valverde's trying to get in on the action.
Just gets it out of his feet. Unfortunate, but there's the chance. Look how close that is from being special finish on the run.
Kolo Muani really got his toe on that clearance by Di Gregorio. Kelly forwards. Turam with a touch in the middle. It's Kelly. Sweeping up from Daniele Regani making his first appearance in the Club World Cup today. Where he wants to move ahead of the ball. Loses all and plays it out to Lloyd Kelly. Turam. Back to Locatelli. And one for Conceição. Seems to be sporting a wrist strapping.
Just look at Real Madrid now. They're not in a rush. They're just waiting till it goes into the middle area for the press, making sure they're set, compact. Mentioned, obviously that's something that the manager's been working with them to make them all tighter as a unit, all together was the message. Somebody's not as good as it, you have to find alternatives to balance that off.
Felt like a team-wide warning, but maybe directed at a couple of players more so than the whole team. That's a clever turn by Yildiz away from Arda Güler. It might open up here for Yildiz. Oh, it flashes wide for a corner. Well, it took a touch off a Real defender, but every time Kenan Yildiz gets on the ball here in Miami, something seems to happen.
But it's the touch, that's what got him away. And he's not afraid to have a go. So he strikes it early. You see that technique, gets over the top of it. He knows he's got a chance. He drifts away. To start the game like this, really, really top.
Eight boys forward, Kelly and Regani. Up there for Juve. Sal stands over it. Swinger with plenty of width to the back post. It's met by Fran Garcia. Lulu attacks it. Now the counter could be on for Real Madrid. Garcia plays it forward to Vinicius Junior. He's got 2 runners over the top. Arda Güler is one of them. And comes all the way through to Di Gregorio before Trent Alexander-Arnold to get there. I expect to see him leading the attack for Real Madrid. Bellingham played that through ball for Vinicius Junior, wasn't it, against RB Salzburg. Yeah, wonderful pass actually. Split them open with one ball, and to recreate that there, it's Conceição. Sweeps away from Bellingham, away from Arda Güler. Cambiasso. Yildiz in support. Trying to create something from Juventus in this. the area, really. Locatelli, Yildiz, Thuram, Kalulu. They're just having a look, aren't they? See if there's any way through. No, yeah, got a little injury. See straight away that there's a bit of a concern. Here, Kalulu. The embarrassing moment of scoring that own goal in the Manchester City game in the final group stage match, but Tudor forced into an early change here, and after losing another centre-back, Carlos Savona, to injury in the last game, which is certainly something to scratch his head. Yeah, well, we won't be pleased with that one, that's for certain. Gianni, you got the nod, he come in. Obviously, Gatti will have been a little bit disappointed when he made the substitution appearance in the last game, but you have to be ready to avoid the disappointment and make sure you can contribute. So an early team talk for Xabi Alonso, all the players over, so doesn't look great. This is here. Stop Gonzalo Garcia. Back on his feet. Kalulu. Kostic is doing a few stretches, which would suggest he would be the man to come on for Kalulu if the Milan man can't return to the field of play. This side would be second favourites for this one. Something to really scratch his head about. Well, what a game we have coming up on Saturday is the current European champions PSG take on the German champions Bayern Munich. Remember, every game is free to watch on the DAZN app. You can choose between live games and all the highlights. Here's Yildiz, Rudiger, too aggressive for him as Thuram picks it up. Yildiz got an overload on this left-hand side of Juventus. Colomouani, it's the penalty area. House is there. Colomouani just trying to go past one too many players there in the Real Madrid back line. Back line with Juve forwards. When you know that there's half a chance and an uncertainty, why not? Alson plays it to Vinicius Junior. Arda Güler. Frank Garcia. Running up and down the left-hand sides across stadiums throughout the United States for the past few weeks. Tire out. Frank Garcia. Arda Güler. Dean Howson. Junior. This will Ponce South. Also go back to Chouameni. Rudiger. Gonzalo Garcia. And Alexander Arnold. Rudiger. Chouameni. Arda Güler. Juventus sitting tight as well, which leaves there is space on the wing for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Chouameni. Arda Güler, tight in the middle. Frank Garcia. And they stand as strong as he's trying to do it on his own. Step back up, but not too high because Madrid had it back. Rudiger back to Chouameni. Down his near side, but Kalulu seems okay as Garcia's trying to find some space in behind Daniele Rugani, but I think the 11th day did very well there. Between man and ball. There's under pressure already coming in from the cold. On loan at Ajax and played for Juventus for such a long time. May 24. There's Frank Garcia, hooks one into the penalty area. For everybody, I'm not sure that was his ideal trajectory for that strike of the ball. It's Cambiasso. Dorio. Turning to Yildiz on the left hand side. Thuram now. Thuram. It's very well done. Going into Real Madrid. Juventus throw-in as we get a look at the bench options today. Two players to call on.
That's nice, isn't it? Psychologically, you're looking there, and if you need any changes, send them out to warm up, and you can imagine the reaction from the supporters. Some build up here now. Got to play it into the striker.
Mouani outside the Conceição. Garcia across. Portugal versus Spain. Now on the Juventus right hand side. Here's Thuram. Kelly. Thuram. Tries to go direct. Looking for Mouani. Romani's there. Two French compatriots. Going head to head. The defender who wins the battle there. He had to win that. Now Vinicius Junior puts his foot down and the pass over Regani looking for Gonzalo Garcia. Back with Vinicius Junior. Tries to find a cross, that's very well done. Free kick is earned by Alberto Costa. Faced one-on-one with Vinicius Junior. You've got to credit the defender there.
Yeah, it was really good defending because he was pushed on the back foot. He recovered quickly, then it was a foul as he was getting away from Junior, but not many players can do what he does when he just tries to dink it over a centre half for his opponent coming on, almost gets there. It's been a little bit of a slow start, build up, then it goes quick, it slows down again. They're just having a look at each other really to try and find an angle.
It's Thuram. Dispossessed, somebody out muscle by Jude Bellingham, who did well to win the ball back. Alexander Arnold puts it all the way back. Juventus back line. Here's Locatelli. Stop speed, another slow burning boxing match. They're keeping each other at arm's length, aren't they?
Exactly what it is. They're just stopping those passes into the middle. Holding player can just start dictating, so they're just waiting, setting traps. Really want the tempo. One about goals, and you asked me, didn't you? So, Juventus won't be too bothered if it just stays like this and they can have as much ball as they've had so far.
Treated to 2 goals in the first 10 minutes between Flamengo and Bayern Munich. Looking at a chance for Mouani. Shouts about Conceição. First away from Fran Garcia. Is back there, we get the free kick as well. Turkish international. Maybe Juventus being a little bit cautious after that Manchester City game.
I don't think so. I think you've got to look and make changes in the game, and the extra side in Manchester City were playing well, they were creating opportunities. Defensively, obviously, they had to do better, but there was a shift. That's something they necessarily work on in game. That's always the point. Can you do it in game when things happen? There's always a learning curve. Don't want Real Madrid to get in their stride. Don't give them any sort of hope things are going to happen. But it's like every time we watch so many games now, the second you believe it's okay against this side, they punish you. So that is the no.
Junior lays it off to Valverde.
Left center.
Down the lines. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Moves again. Ball for penalty. The arriving Gonzalo Garcia. Idea was maybe to find Bellingham. He was expected to make the late run.
I think that's your point, isn't it, Joe? And people have looked at Trent so far in the tournament and said, how's he done? What can he do better? We've got to adapt into a system that's going to be totally different. You don't just have Salah on the right hand side where you can go inside, get the return. It's a different setup as well. Obviously dynamic crosses and balls into the penalty area. If they're not there, that's something you have to wait. We've seen him there lose possession and probably try to force a pass.
Flashes fitting into Xabi Alonso's system. 10 players around him who are all trying to fit into new system as well, of course. Still is Real Madrid manager, Xabi Alonso. Trying to change that. 22 minutes on the clock. Real Madrid 0. Juventus 0 here in Miami. Childers tries to take command.
Good tackle,
Possessed by
Balo.
Valverde. Now Ardagula can bring it away. To
In,
bring it
in.
outside of the boot pass through to Vinicius Junior, but there's Kalulu. Just recovered from that knockout in. Well, to face shoulder to shoulder. Vinicius Junior.
A really good early pass. With pace. Kalulu getting round. I think that's always the one as well. He's the danger man. When you get near him, good then.
Good by Thuram. Better by Michael Kodamawani. Thuram skips through the Real Madrid half. How wide now with Cambiasso. There's lots of players in black in the middle here. Can he find one? There's the header. It's straight at Courtois. Conceição. Probably the smallest player on the pitch giving a header at the penalty spot in the Real Madrid penalty area. Thuram next. Maybe through the Real Madrid half effortlessly.
Seen that a little bit, haven't we? When they've got the ball, push it into space, run, direct. All go down the left-hand side, and obviously the overlap is what confused Real Madrid, and the ball comes in. It's now very, very unfortunate, couldn't direct the header anywhere else.
Conceição also had a good Club World Cup. Shooting a final win against Alai. Actually on loan from Porto, Portuguese winger. Euro option. They can trigger in his contract to make the move permanent, but it's likely. Comes to an end.
Left center. Rodrigo.
World Cup campaign. Hausen, solid against his former club so far. Phase playing against his former club, but he looks like the most unfazed defender in this tournament so far.
I think from the first moment he put the shirt on, stepped on the pitch for his interviews.
Shot from range, it was a deflection on it. They'll hoping out for a corner. Well, why not have a pop? Really sure
Passed by Tchouaméni.
the best chances for Real Madrid so far. This have come outside the penalty area.
He's had a goal, wasn't actually now set pieces.
See that? Former Juve great. In the press box. First corner again for Real Madrid. Rodrigo fancy getting his head on this to clear it away. It's an out-swinging corner. Away by Thuram. Vinicius Junior. Valverde. Hausen, plenty of white in the middle as Hausen looks for the back post, but can find only Cisco Conceição. Through the legs, Trent Alexander-Arnold. No foul, play goes on. Just like a roll behind from the corner, but a little bit trickery there from Conceição. Didn't get away with possession, but through press. Press inside the Hard Rock Stadium.
Let's get another look at his chance. Okay, that's his favourite bit. Referee's view, camera. You have to direct it into bottom corner from that range. It is a good chance.
Corner's taken quickly by Real Madrid. Edge the penalty area, Vinicius Junior. Well, the Scots. Yeah, in the end. There's Vinicius Junior. Yeah, hands on at this moment. The Brazilian. Outside the penalty area. Seeming the more likely way for Real Madrid. Played Real Madrid 0, Juventus 0. We talk about Conceição being the smallest player on the pitch and maybe not directing his header as well as we would have expected. More spaces in the stands. Once again, was here finding the game the other day. Yeah, Conceição, smallest player on the pitch. Do you practice heading? That's something you do? Here comes Yildiz, that's wonderful from him. Cambiasso! Into the roof of the net. Well, it's a bit unnerved in the back there, Real Madrid, when Yildiz got in possession. He turns it onto the roof of the net. Looking
Time for a Juve corner. Juventus just said, whenever you give me the ball, I'm going to try and beat you. And it's going to be positive, it's going to be quick. We're going to take touches, try and go past people. That's what he's done. Now, what can they create here? Get everybody back to defend for Real Madrid. Moving towards the back post, and it's the man in all green who catches for the side in all white. Courtois rolls into the path of Dean Howson. Switches the play out to the right hand side, but there's way too much effort into that. Wow. Throw. Oh, there he is again. Dancing away from Trent Alexander-Arnold and away from Antonio Rudiger. Away for £100 million worth of talent there. He was shifting it both ways, always impressive. And then the release, the end product was good. See the build-up. I mentioned it's just going from really slow, patient, but very slow. And then it just changes. Madrid are looking to try and creep up. Forward Kelly. Forward for Colomboani, who's misjudged that bounce, but talk about Kenan Yildiz and his talent. He's got a lot of responsibility now, wearing the number 10 shirt. Back with the history of Juventus number 10s. You've got Fabio Capello, Michel Platini, Del Piero.
Trent, Baldawe.
That list. Del Piero. David Platt, still see him regularly, close to me. There's some top players to wear that shirt. He's doing all right so far, isn't it? The main outlet so far for Juventus. Here's Valverde. Alexander-Arnold just behind it. He wanted it. Former Liverpool man. Rudiger tries to put with a difficult cross. Aragula, careful there. Colomboani wasn't giving that one up. Now Alexander-Arnold all on his own on the Real Madrid right. Into Bellingham. So much being Le Mans in this first half. Valverde on the right hand side. Into Jude Bellingham!
Bellingham.
By Rugani. So close to Real Madrid. And at long last they've carved together a few passes in the Juventus penalty area. And that's as close as Real Madrid have come in this first half an hour in Miami. As soon as I said we've not seen Bellingham in this game. What is this in the 6-yard box?
Just miss, guys.
Certainly got the crowd on their feet. Another scorcher of a day here in Miami. Once it's out, caught in possession. Vinicius Junior flipped by the Portuguese winger as he tries to get back into a defensive position. The endeavour was there, but the execution of the tackle certainly was not. Tries to recover quickly, get tight, win the ball back. David Shrewd, as we just get another look there. Good run. Clearance wasn't great. Seeing eyes on, couldn't really push it any better than what we did see. Clearance was a bit raw, but we've seen some chances, we've seen some good play, some interesting tactics. But we are waiting. You did ask me, are we going to see goals? I wish you'd not asked that question, I just know where it's at. Slightly cursed that, I think. So we get the first cooling break of the afternoon here in Miami. Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois again face off in a major heavyweight rematch for the undisputed heavyweight title in London on July 19th, live on the DAZN app. Global home of sport with championship boxing, football, golf and more, all on the DAZN app. Well, around half an hour played here in Miami. See a few supporters walking by shirtless. We're not quite shirtless in the commentary box, but the heat on the pitch is pretty similar in the stands. You've got me laughing now, thinking it's shirtless in the commentary box. I don't know. No, I mean, it is very, very warm. As expected, very humid. Players rightly so, need this break. And we have seen reactions from it. All the staff you mentioned, there'll be the sports science hydrating the team, or the analysts giving information managers, coaches, etc. Trying to buy these little 1%, try and find an edge. But let's get a chance there to look at Colin Moami's big opportunity. He didn't take.
There it was the combination of the two goal scoring midfielders in this tournament, Valverde and Bellingham, who had the angle against him, and it was always difficult to arrive onto that with his right foot. Might have been better going with his left foot, maybe. Not that I can tell you Bellingham not a great football.
It's just underneath him. It's just underneath him, really, really close to the goal line. Trying to direct it, obviously getting tighter and tighter. You keep seeing him. The legend himself, but you want to see him on the pitch at some point.
Looks pretty tired, Luka Modric, considering he's on the bench. But he's absolutely zapping inside the Hard Rock Stadium. What do you think the two managers will be saying to each other in this group break, or to the team, I should say?
I think from a good perspective, it'll be, can we create more? Can we really get into some better positions and a little bit higher on our press? But Juve, I think it'll be a case of, well done, you've controlled as much as you can, you've had a couple of chances, stick with it, concentrate, don't try and get carried away and do things that we haven't discussed. Now firstly, defend this.
Golden break. And a free kick to defend for Juventus. Vinicius Junior leaves his position, which means Trent Alexander-Arnold's going to send this one in. Lots of whip in it from Trent Alexander-Arnold, but into the hands of Gailey Di Gregorio, who watched that all the way. That's was fouled by Ardagula, who was rather disappointed with that refereeing decision.
Ardagula's had to do a little bit more defensive work, hasn't he? He's had to get around the pitch, try and put pressure on. We know he likes to get on the ball, dictate. The central role that he's enjoying, he's getting more minutes, he's getting better and better.
Of course, in the first group game here in Miami, he started on the bench at every game since, though. Cambiasso down by Ardagula once again. There's Antonio Rudiger. There's a very Antonio Rudiger thing, and kicks the ball. Cambiasso on the deck.
Rudiger complaining. I think if that was spotted in the right place, rather than a couple of metres away, the referee might have let that go, but just got a bit excited, spotted it, put it behind, but make sure you're close, the referee's never going to allow it.
It's Cambiasso. Marked by Alexander-Arnold, so the Turkish forward is unavailable for that pass. Lloyd Kelly. Unlucky Kelly. They're running behind. Finds space behind Trent Alexander-Arnold. Cambiasso. Four in black in the middle as the cross goes to the back. Sam will pick up the pieces. Locatelli. Regani. Lulu. He drops down the line. It's a heavy touch, a poor touch. Comes this out. Costa. Wins possession and then shoves his man to the floor. And Garcia. He ends up on the tail here in Miami. Haven't seen Alberto Costa get down that right-hand side as much as we've seen Cambiasso get down the left-hand side. Only first 36 minutes of this game where it's still goalless.
If you look on that sort of central left channel, he's got his work cut out. You know, Garcia, Junior just pulling inside him. You're seeing that shot there. That gives him now, he's wondering, do I go left, do I go right, what do I do? I think he's got to go safe. That's the reason why.
Supporters on the far side of the pitch rise out of their seats. Housen to Rudiger. Ardagula. The feet of Gonzalo Garcia. Nice clearance. Happily watch that ball behind for another Real Madrid corner to getting in the way. Doing a good job of isolating Gonzalo Garcia, which has been full of praise for him at this tournament.
We expect that because they're trying to stay narrow, trying to not come out too soon. Defensive line, Juve just got to be patient, wait his turn.
Alexander Arnold. Ardagula.
Ardagula.
Cross, oh, it comes all the way through and goes behind for a goal kick. Oh, Tchouaméni. It looked as if it was right on his forehead, and somehow it goes behind for a goal kick. No touch on it whatsoever from the Real Madrid defender.
Quality ball in. Just looks right down the line of it. You'd be disappointed that it gets nothing on it. Got a long time to look at it. To let that drift away. See disappointment. That's a great quality ball in, and another opportunity wasted.
Half a chance for Housen at the back post as well, you know. It looked like he was having his shirt pulled by Cambiasso. Here's Roberto Carlos. Locatelli, kick from behind by Jude Bellingham.
Locatelli just trying to drop into areas, whether it be wider slightly, whether it be on the base, whether it be the back three. You see him now just drop down. He's looking to try and play a forward pass or something that's got a little bit more on it. Try and give his side a chance. He takes a bit more of a risk with his passing.
Locatelli dropping deeper in those occasions as well, encourage Real Madrid up through space for Theory.
But all he's doing is when they're in possession, he's just drifting to positions to try and fire those passes, to try and give himself some area. If I'm Real Madrid, I'll just say, right, someone needs to just drop on him to stop that source. But no, they're quite comfortable so far. Both teams won't be too disappointed with the outcome, how they've played.
That's a clever flip around the corner from Valverde, but surrounded by black shirts once again. Garni eventually took it off his toes. Something special. It's going to spark it into life. Simply dampening the excitement a little bit. Cambiasso switches the play. Kalulu. By Roberto Costa, who wasn't ready. Vinicius Junior. Conceição comes across. And Garcia shows too much aggression. Concedes free kick. Hands on the back, but Conceição really did his team a favour.
You know, when you're playing in an advanced position, you've got recovery runs. Firstly, when Garcia was on the front foot, he got the advantage, and then it was all about straight lines back, recovery runs, drawing the foul. And more to think about. New Real Madrid manager can do. Now the knockout stages, he's been tested so far in the tournament, has delivered.
By far. Xabi Alonso short. Management career at Real Madrid. So allows that to bounce and then gets possession back. A couple of sea lion-like headers as he nods a couple of balls in the air. Cambiasso. So that's for he's putting with the legs of Alexander Arnold. He's full of tricks. Cambiasso out wide to Alberto Costa. Conceição driving at Housen into the penalty area. Garcia. Pass away from Kalulu, who followed him all the way into the final third. Just as solid as Juventus. Tchouaméni into Ardagula. Vinicius Junior. Switches the play to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Garcia. Valverde to Ardagula. Madrid's back line just into the penalty area. Housen. And Garcia. Just with Alberto Costa. Rudiger. Ardagula. Gonzalo Garcia, who tried something a little bit different, but bounced off the shins of Lloyd Kelly. Thuram. Daniele Rugani. Kelly to Cambiasso. Ardagula steps out of midfield to come back and help out on the right-hand side. Kelly. Gilders. Thuram, that's a good touch to get away from Rudiger. Get from Thuram. Up against Antonio Rudiger. Finds a cross, but finds Juventus' forehead. Kelly recycles it. Tries to get back to their more natural positions. Yeah, really good break. Kelly in a good area. Keep it circulated around the penalty area, but they're happy to wait, be patient. Try and draw Real Madrid out. Yes, it's not the most exciting, but they go quickly on the counter, and I think they've done a job so far. Quite literally, being chess, black versus white. Very tactical. David Di Gregorio goes long. I don't know why. They have the strength to knock it down. That's a rather disappointing pass. Chuzo. He was telling Bellingham to leave it. You know, it was almost like, well, how come? You know, if you wanted to leave it, there was Camilla. You could have kept it going. But, you know, the remit here is just the stand. There's a long way to go. Have to be patient. The way he's come, the pro sides say that you go, we go, and need more opportunities. Game of football. Here's Vinicius Jr. Some pace into the game as Burton Costa dispossesses Howson and puts back Woodley.
Bini.
A goal before half time.
Ardagula.
Bellingham.
Ardagula. Lex Janta.
Isn't it? By Rugani, Bellingham was his target.
Bini.
Oh, that's brilliant from Ardagula to get away from Cambiasso. Ardagula across the 6-yard box, well rode by Kelly. He sends it out the throw with Ardagula. That was beautiful. What a moment.
Brilliant piece of skill. I was wondering why he was sending Trent Alexander inside. I'm thinking he wants a 1v1. He wants to have a look, and he did it. He produces that.
Asking for him to start more. How the supporters of Real Madrid, and they've got their wish in this Club World Cup. Bellingham, Valverde! A little fist bump from Michele Di Gregorio as he made that save, because Valverde
What a
put
shot.
everything into that, and for a moment it looked like he was just going to sneak inside the post.
Eyes on, it's like that slice that's going towards that far corner. Gregorio, really good strong left hand. Decent save. Good strong strike initially.
4 minutes of injury time, by the way. On from all of the play. Alexander Arnold with the corner. Around the field towards the back post. There's a header by Howson. Only partially cleared. Tchouameni keeps it alive, and right, very long. Di Gregorio coming to that his feet. The more this game goes on, I'm starting to think that it's going to be 30-yard screamer, which was the opening goal. Exactly like that. So that's David Di Gregorio. There's the efforts for Real Madrid on screen from midfield or defence. Gonzalo Garcia, Junior.
hardly involved.
Garcia.
Carlo Garcia, centre circle. Vinicius Junior shrugs off Alberto Costa, but goes to the cover. This is the Juventus fullback. The striker was right on cue there. He must have been thinking, well, how do I get involved with it? How is his mindset today? How does he approach the game? When you're looking across the bench and you know full well that the best players in the world are going to take the pitch at some point. Difficult to deal with it, but all he can do is just keep doing what he's done. We discussed it every game we've followed so far with Real Madrid about take your opportunities, take your minutes, don't get frustrated. He's done well so far. Yes, we haven't seen him too much in this first half.
Vinicius Junior. No look pass out to the left hand side. Frank Garcia. Again, the attack comes to a halt. Bellingham.
Alexander.
Alexander Arnold. Luis Cambiasso. Valverde. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Round the corner. Alexander Arnold across the face of goal. Strikes Kalulu. And away by Alberto Costa. Real Madrid fizzing it around on the edge of the Juventus penalty area. Alexander Arnold. It's in drive on power across.
Just working it. Moving on the edge of the area. Waiting for an opportunity to cross it. Clearly must have been thinking, not again, a ball like that in front of the goal, but he gets out of the way.
He
didn't get right in the game, did he? I don't need another own goal.
Here's Valverde. How 6 seconds remain in this first half in Miami. Guardiola. Alexander Arnold. One more attempt in this first half. Rudiger.
Alexander.
Arnold. Outside the right boot. Tasty cross. Headed up into the air and not away. Oh, nice risky at the back. Goodness me. Oh, an opportunity for that. Header at the back by Valverde. Rudiger needs to get on the edge of the centre circle. Referee Simon Marciniak brings an end to the first half here in Miami.
First half,
Once again, an absolute
Real Madrid
scorcher,
0,
unfortunately.
Juventus 0.
Of entertainment. Scoreless here at the break. Real Madrid 0, Juventus 0.
Starting forward, using the width of the pitch. They've taken it down the wing. Will it go in? Kunku with the ball. Oh, a chance now to turn defence into attack. Keeper goes short. What a ball. We're halfway through extra time and neither team is ahead. Will someone step up and get the winner? Kunku with the ball. And controlling, but played with ease. Perfectly executed. It's opened up. A team effort, the shot only finds the side of the net. Good distribution. On that ball long. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the player of the match. He's on the move. Careless pass there. Moving down the flanks here. Oh, some last-ditch defending is needed now. Can they stop this team from winning it? Gets in the way of the header. Great penalty. Confidently taken. That's what you want. Keeper went with his instincts, but made the wrong. Neatly put away. Great composure. The keeper stopped him. Left the goalkeeper with no chance. It comes down to this. He has to score, otherwise it's all over. More than ready. Might not be for a longer period of time. But you know, 15, 20 minutes. Raring to go. Decided to quarter-finals, but the last thing you want, don't you, when you're looking over and saying, like, that's the change that it's going to be. Mbappe, if he stands there, just watch. The defenders will be thinking, we do not want that to happen. And they know Alonso will use that to his advantage when he feels like it's the right time to do it.
It's fair to say those back the net.
You want to be in golden shoot last year, more goals in Europe than anybody else. Really good Mbappe.
4-6. He's on the bench for now. It looks as if there's any changes as the Spurs take their place on the substitutes bench. or white? It's Colin Moani. Into an early tussle. Giving away to Ponce Sal. Juventus trying to start on the front foot. That's a possible. Tracked back well by Ardagula. Can't find his teammate Valverde. Cambiasso across to snuff out the situation. Gregorio stuffs it. Cambiasso. Bruno. Ardagula. Sparks off his heels in that first half. Ardagula. Valverde comes forward. Alexander Arnold putting across. Another from Chouameni. Half an opportunity here for Real Madrid. Oh, and it just goes wide. Federico Valverde gives the thumbs up to Jude Bellingham and played it into his path. Great creativity from Bellingham and Valverde to get his head in. I'm sure you were that far close to us, just bits away from finding the open goal. Miami.
It's curling round late. The set wasn't great from Bellingham. I think that's what we're disappointed with, that he didn't hook it into his path so he could have a look at goal. He had to wait, he was behind it. Throws it round, there's something of it though.
Casual effort at goal. Gregorio struggled to get down to it. Bellingham. This was a strongly tackle by Locatelli. Points to the ball. That's what he got. Rugani. Kelly. Cambiasso. In the field. One. Here away to our left because Kylian Mbappe's come out to warm up. Here for Real Madrid to deal with as Courtois makes a dominant header eventually. About communication at the back in those situations. Thuram has to get his cross in and Courtois can't prevent that. Don't be out for a corner, but nonetheless certainty for Madrid's experienced players.
Really just come central. Communication wasn't there. Chouameni's maybe just advanced into a higher spot when he's going to press, but it's going to be more of a midfield role in this second half. We'll see how that goes, but we'll be left with a one-on-one. Didn't really clean it too well.
Crossing towards the area and it's away by Dean Howson. Cambiasso. Brings his ball away. He's Locatelli. Midfield is inside. Thuram. There's a runner in behind. Danger here for Real Madrid. Oh, and Howson completely misses it. Well, the offside flag goes up. Colin Moani, he was expecting Howson to put his foot through that, but Dean Howson, he's a liberal believer. Tell offside is the decision either way.
You know what? He's looking at it and he gets it spot on. He realises the flag. He always tries to recover, but he puts it up when he's spinning back. Maybe he just lacks that bit of concentration because he realises that flag probably is going to come immediately after.
He finds a cross to the back post. It's Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he sends it a good 20 rows deep into the stand behind Gregorio's goal. Alexander-Arnold. So the headlines there. First Real Madrid goal.
There you go. Substitutions are out. You're looking and thinking, really, have they got that many players to come on the pitch with that quality? But opportunity was there for that wonderful right foot. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Waiting for him to hit the target, he doesn't.
Time to play it up, did the England international. Why? He's wearing number 12, by the way, because the Liga rules bid him having his 66 shirt be numbered 1 to 25. It's Colin Moani tries to get away from Howson, and Howson wasn't messing around there. Plays it safe. One kick for Juventus.
actually cleaning the wider areas, took no risk. Really very, very quick on the back foot. He's thinking, I'm not going to take chances, the opportunity to deflect towards goal.
On this corner. Young to the corner for Juventus. Housen rises highest. Goes ahead of Alberto Costa. It's Junior in the air. Now Valverde, and now the counter's on for Real Madrid. Vinicius Junior down the left-hand side. He's got Arda screaming for it in the middle. Vinicius Junior, what's he going to do? He takes his time, he takes too long. And Locatelli is there to save the day. Well, there will be a free kick on this near side for Real Madrid. But Vinicius Junior just seems to make a decision.
I didn't really push it back, but until he does make a decision, Locatelli decides to get across, leave the middle. He's waiting for delay, he's waiting for recovery runs. Puts us out as well. He gets back to get close, he gives away the foul. The disappointment of Locatelli, but Madrid found space there.
Arda free kick for Real Madrid towards the back post. Rossum's arriving at some pace in there. Valverde to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham puts inside, onto his left foot, onto his right foot, saved to Gregorio. Valverde recycles possession, but all of a sudden, Real Madrid just start to create a few opportunities here in Miami. It's Valverde. So confident, either the left or the right foot. If you're a defender, face one-on-one with him, you've got no idea which way he's going to go.
Looked like he was going to shoot with the left, brought it back on the right. Didn't know which way he was going.
Vinicius Junior goes across into the mix. Volley from range, oh goodness me! Gregorio seemed uncertain with that. Dean Housen trying the half volley from 20-30 yards. I was going to get that far post, you know.
Oscar really tough as well. That straight leg strike is a tough one, but pressure's on.
Just sat up nicely from the Spanish defender. Alexander Arnold and Arda stand over this corner. The Turkish international who sent it in anyway, by Daniele Rugani. Fran Garcia skips away from his man Conceição. Vini Junior onto the penalty spot, headed away back by Lloyd Kelly. Alexander Arnold! There's the Gonzalo Garcia! Who needs Kylian Mbappe when you've got young Gonzalo Garcia? This tournament is his as he leads the line for Real Madrid perfectly. 3 goals at the Club World Cup for the young forward. It's Real Madrid 1, Juventus 0.
You mentioned that he's done well in the tournament. We didn't see him with only very limited touches, probably the least amount of touches from any player in the first half. But he doesn't stop, does he? Keeps looking, probing, finding positions, and they were just adding so much pressure. It was just this floating ball here, and then he just attacks it, directs it centrally into the roof of the net. It was a strong header. It was good with guidance. He's waited, he rises. He was under pressure, but he delivered.
Some header. Look what it means to Xabi Alonso. Well, we were saying pre-match, is he going to give Mbappe the start today? And he certainly hasn't. And why would he have to when he's got Gonzalo Garcia delivering again at the Club World Cup? Well, I feel like it's a name we're going to be saying a lot over the next 10 years. Plus, Real Madrid have had a single 0-0 in all their 65 games this season. Continue that record this afternoon in Miami. Well, won't Juventus got this lead? It's Thuram. Has runners ahead of him, Kolo Muani. Conceição! Saved by Courtois. Well, it looked like he mishit it, Conceição, but he was rolling into that bottom corner as the counter's on. Garcia. He's got four asking for it in the middle. Garcia. Vinicius Junior plays it into the middle. Valverde gets a touch on it, but Juventus have numbers back. The Lulas there. This is a foul by Frank Garcia. Juventus breathe again. Real Madrid are fighting the start of the second half. A worry here, Juventus. Kelly on the floor. Let's have a look at that chance. The Conceição. Very close. Like that.
Yeah, he's just got to curl it. Far corner. Obviously more width, more power would have been. He wants it, but he still caught it quite well. You can tell by the goalkeeper's reaction that he's down in that bottom corner.
Jack Cantrell looks to return to winning ways in Manchester on Saturday night, taking on the undefeated Harlem Eubank. Scintillating domestic dust-up at welterweight. Watch that live on the DAZN app, the global home of sport, championship boxing, football, golf and more. DAZN app, it's all there for you. Tudo just told a few of his substitutes to go warm up. That man's goal. That's the opposition in front. Full of praise. Gonzalo Garcia early on in the tournament said he reminds him of Raul. That's some compliment. Wonderful career. Nice to hear. That doesn't give you a lift that nothing will. Do you think compared to Raul?
Not really, no. I tell you what he's done in the second half. You can see Xabi Alonso asking what the switch was. Tchouaméni just gone to the right-hand side instead of Rudiger, and he's stepping in all the way. So he realises what Yildiz has. So he's the one looking out for him. You can see him going drop near him just for the counter. And that's been a little difference because he knows there's danger in that. He's a really shrewd move.
Preparing to make a change. That's one of the have to do for either side. Gonzalez ready himself. Very much in control in this second half. If it was an even first half, it's not been the second 45. Here's Bellingham, tries to turn away from Thuram, but most comes the midfielder. Vinicius Junior, what across that was absolutely great technique. Kolo Muani was defending to the only edge of his own area. Tony Rudiger tracking him all the way to the British penalty area. First check. Kelly was unable to continue. It's not World Cup. Could be done as it stands.
Dive back into NFL Game Pass on DAZN. Watch every game from every team, every snap.
Other change to come on for Juventus. Second half, in out forwards. Screaming for it. Taken away. Cheaply. Just can't get a handful of passes together. Juve. As Real come forward again. Vinicius Junior away from one man. The cross comes in. There's the overhead volley. Excellent technique. Federico Valverde. Showing a great audition for the circus. A wonderful bit of acrobatics from the Uruguayan, and almost the second goal for Real Madrid.
Exactly, again, getting great positions. This is not simple, this is showboating, this is real quality. Overhead kick, could have been special. This wasn't meant to be.
Over the back of the net, not necessarily here, missed the penalty. Real Madrid against Al Hilal. Trent Alexander-Arnold's corner, not quite in the zone. Alexander-Arnold, plenty of whip on that. Gregorio's there to double fist it away. There to Ardagula, great technique on the low cross. It's away by Kolo Muani. Worked harder as a defender in the second half rather than a forward. Hostage gets a toe on it. The next away, he makes its way around to us. Stay away from it, it's a full flight. 62 minutes to play, Real Madrid 1. Juventus 1. Going through to the quarter-final as it stands. Away to Kolo Muani. Around. Swarming in the black shirts. Around. Now, Locatelli. This is Juventus intercepts the pass. Roberto Costa. Putting down that right-hand side. Around the corner by Gonzalez, but opportunity for Cambiasso, who's sides in the second half.
Yeah, he's got over to the right-hand side, with a bit of a reshuffle. Roberto just across to the right side of the three. Will go across to the left hand, the other side of Garni.
Gonzalo Garcia. Simon Marciniak.
Sure, and an arm round. Strong.
Used to playing in these big European ties. What Mbappe? Will they get him?
Right on cue. Normally the commentator doesn't say it like that and it goes the other way, but I think he went a little bit of each side. Good time when his Mbappe just jogs along to the technical area. I think that's the goal, that's the next cheering there.
In play between Vinicius Junior and Frank Garcia, who finds a cross as well. There's the clearances by Kostic. Takes him out of the back.
Just lost a bit of contributing. Kostic's going out to that left-hand side. I'm sure the distances and the next passes, it's just got, you can see there now, it doesn't look smooth like it did before the goal throttled up.
Also just telling his players just to keep the ball, not rush. Definitely taking that on board. He's Ardagula. Duncan supports woke up in the second half. Real Madrid 1, Juventus 0. That's a good pass forward by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham flicks it out wide. It's a low cross, but intercepted the clear post. That's over Garcia. He's on to fit the man in the middle. But he's coming on.
Guys, Mbappe back. Mbappe.
Come on for the corner kick. Just asking a question. Looking for the second. Arda Güler. Back by Rugani. Alexander-Arnold. Arda Güler. They got a cross. It will deflect ninth for another Real Madrid corner. Very much in control and want to upset the apple cart too much. Alexander-Arnold, Arda Güler, great angle for the cross in towards Garcia. Bellingham gets his head to it. Vinicius Junior, back to Jude Bellingham, tries to bend it, pulls to the edge of the penalty area, blocked as well. Arda Güler was there, and now the counter could be on. Thuram, no. Black shirts, under by the white shirts. Which is wide, but Trey Cambiasso, but there's your man. Valverde with the interception. Well, there's the change. Gonzalo Garcia is the man going off. And there is a big cheer for him because he's been absolutely brilliant once again this afternoon for Real Madrid. But the biggest cheer is for the man who's on the shirt of at least 7 people on the row in front of us. Kylian Mbappe arrives in the Club World Cup.
You just said to me, I would say, well, what's the change going to be? How do you argue when he gets so from Mbappe? You just can't, can you? You know, absolutely great to see him now. The later stages, if they can manage to win this, it's going to be so important. Antonio Garcia is certainly the main contribution. He was quiet first half, but he delivered the breakthrough. Now, we see Mbappe, some chances, some opportunities, get a feel to this Real Madrid side.
Here's Arda Güler. Out to the left-hand side with Vinicius Junior, left by Mbappe. Played for Real Madrid for a long time. 24th of May was the last time he played for Real. Final La Liga game of the season, scored both goals in a 2-0 win against Real Sociedad. It's Vinicius Junior. Inside to Kylian Mbappe. Starts on his own feet. Garcia. Valverde. I don't copy it from Valverde. Of Locatelli, which made it a little bit difficult for Michele Di Gregorio. Not too much. Trying to get it into the middle there, just give me an idea. Okay.
Fine. Believe in what they're doing. Something drop. The longer the game goes on, do you know? Some chances. More momentum, more people forward, and it's the danger for Real Madrid. So I say slow it down.
Close to against Alexander-Arnold. Locatelli. And Yildiz. He's from Jude Bellingham through his legs. Rouhani lays it off for Gonzalez. Good hit. And that was close. Courtois watches it go wide, but he looked a little bit worried, the Real Madrid goalkeeper. Great hold of play by Rouhani.
Yeah, really good because he was under pressure. Looked like he didn't get any space, but he sets it off. It was a nice strike, but this is a big moment, an interesting decision. Big question marks asked whether this is the right one.
It's like a man. Yildiz needs to play.
World's greatest club is set to be crowned. Really gonna watch?
Too happy there, Kevin Gilders, because the first 45 he was the all happened for Juventus. Is on. Just what kind of impact now in this game is Swan through, great pass into Cope Miners. Go back, Kostic finds the cross. Finds it out. Too slow, the back to Mardagula. Thuram has it, and now the counter's off for Real Madrid. Bellingham plays it out to the left-hand side, Vinicius Junior keeps it in. As the supporters rise from their seats here, it's Mbappe in the penalty area, cuts it across to the edge of the penalty area. Mardagula with the strike. Through the forest of legs, it's saved by Di Gregorio. Great play from Real, it's not over yet. Jude Bellingham into the penalty area. Mbappe skips away from Gonzalez.